Hey Canucks fans, Vasily Podkolzin is on his way to Vancouver, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do this year with the Canucks. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, September the 4th. If you're new, this is what you should do. Hit the subscribe button for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I'm here at my office. I'm delivering a few talks for a big church conference today, so I'm excited to do that. And today's Saturday, that means tomorrow Sunday. That means on my community tab, I put up a post for my Ask Me Anything vlog tomorrow. So make sure you leave me a question there. And because it's the first Sunday of the month, tomorrow night, it's a members only live stream. So again, it's only the members, the Hero, Hall of Fame, Franchise, and All-Star. The live stream will be them for tomorrow night. But then at least in the middle of September, I'm going to 2 a week. So tomorrow night though, members only. Okay, I saw on both Instagram and then people sharing it on Twitter and also on Instagram, Vasily Podkolzin, our prized draft pick from the 2019 draft, is coming to Vancouver. At least it looks like it, because he posted a story of him and his new wife, Sasha. They got married 2 months ago at the start of July. Actually, I think very close to my wedding anniversary of July 8th. It doesn't matter. You're not here to hear about my life. Or maybe you are. I don't know. So yes, he posted a picture of him and Sasha at, it looks like an airport in Russia. And it said, "Let's go" in English. That's the only part I could read and understand. I presume it's because he's coming to Vancouver. It would make sense. We know of players starting to trickle into town. Some are already skating out at UBC and such. But Podkolzin probably got his work visa approved by the Canucks. The Canucks got Podkolzin's work visa approved by the government, and it looks like he's on his way with his new bride. So this is awesome. It's not a surprise. Obviously, the Canucks were working on this for a little while to make sure that he could come over. But it's exciting because I think we're really excited about this team overall, and in particular, we're excited about the forwards, and in particular, we're excited about what Podkolzin is going to bring to that forward group. And I think he's going to bring something different from the rest of the top 9 where he's projected to go. Now, we know the story. He got drafted in 2019, first round. That was here in Vancouver, where Stan Smeel completely butchered not only the team he played for, but especially he called him Vasily Podkolzin. So we quickly surmised that was Vasily Podkolzin. And I was there at the draft. You guys know that story, that I was there that day. Then I went and volunteered for my sons after grad, stayed up all night, then went back for day 2 and saw them draft Hoglander. But on day 1, they drafted Podkolzin. And as I've talked about many times before, a mixed reaction from the crowd. Some people wanted a guy like Cole Caulfield, who went a few picks later, and others that were still on the board. But the Canucks went with the Russian, who is ranked as high as as 2 or 3 earlier in the year, behind, right up there with guys like Jack Hughes and Capo Caco. But no, he goes to 10. He goes at 10. Then we know right away, they announced that he's got 2 more years left in Russia. So we were kind of patiently waiting for him. Hoglander kind of filled that space last year, surprised people out of training camp, made the team, and was a fixture on the second line, putting up almost half a point a game last season, which was pretty good for a rookie. So what can we expect for Podkolzin after 2 years playing in the KHL, getting bigger, getting stronger? Everything I've seen, everything I've read, he plays like a man. Well, you're saying, well, Clay, I hope so. He's a man, right? Playing in the NHL, a league full of men. But what I mean by that is we won't expect him to come in as like a weaker or not as strong or not as assertive 19 or 20-year-old. I think he's 21 or 22 now. But he's been playing against men for a couple of years. He in and out of the lineup in the regular season for his team in the KHL, but had a really, really good playoff run. And there's so many things about his game that I like. I remember watching him in the World Juniors. Then I remember seeing some highlights now of him. And he's going to bring something that maybe the top 9 doesn't have. So he brings a really good defensive presence. That's first and foremost. One thing that our top 9 isn't really known for, especially our top 6. So he's going to play really hard along the boards. He's going to be very, very defensively responsible, even for a rookie. We know Travis Green doesn't always trust rookies, but we're confident that Podkolzin is going to be very good defensively, very responsible. Protect the puck, knock other guys off the puck, good stick, good hands, good size on his body. Offensively, he's good too. He's got talent. He's got a really, really good hockey IQ, not afraid to go to the front of the net. And I think with Podkolzin, the 2 things I always say is his skating's got to be a bit better, and his finish has got to be a little bit better. And that's fine. You could say the same thing about Bo Horvat. I'm not saying Podkolzin is going to be the next Bo Horvat, but we said the same thing about Horvat when he came in the league, especially about his skating. Not so much about his finishing, but more about his skating. So that's who we're going to kind of get in Podkolzin. I expect him to be not as, say, shifty or fast as a Pettersson or a Garland or a Hoglander, but he's going to play with a bit more grit, maybe almost a Pearson type game, Dickinson type game, maybe more like Pearson. He's kind of built like him, right? So I can't wait to see what he does for our team. So now the question is, where would you play him? I think a lot of people, including me, have thought about this whole Lotto line of PD Besser Miller, and then a second line of Horvat between Garland for sure, and then one of Podkolzin or Hoglander. And I think right now, at least I've been projecting that it's going to be Horvat with Hoglander and Garland, because Horvat played a full season with Hoglander. Hoglander has a full season under his belt, 56 games at least. And then, of course, with the newcomer Garland. And that leaves you with a third line of Dickinson, Pearson, and Podkolzin. I like that line. They're big. They're big-ish. They're not small. They're very good defensively. They're going to be very tough to play against. And they still, Pearson's still got a good release, nose for the net. Dickinson's got some untapped, I think, offensive potential. And Podkolzin, we're really excited to see what he can do. So that's where I think he's going to start. And a lot's got to happen in training camp, in preseason games. Maybe he has such a good training camp that Travis Green has to start him on the second line as opposed to the third line. But at least if you're looking at him, at least starting on the third line, he can kind of ease his way in. And then you have a fourth line of Sutter with Mott and someone like Highmore or McEwen behind them. That's a pretty solid top 12. That's a pretty solid group of 4 forward lines. Of course, you could try Dickinson on the wing if you want to put Miller at 3C, but that's getting a little complicated for now. For now, I just want to talk about where do you think Podkolzin should and will play. With a good training camp, with a good preseason, he could bump his way up to the second line. But if I was pressed to have an answer right now, my prediction is that he ends up starting on the third line with Pearson, flanking newcomer Jason Dickinson. But it's kind of ironic or fitting that it's him and Niels Hoglander that will be battling likely for that second spot, that second right wing spot along Garland and Horvat. So Canucks fans, leave a comment below and let me know, where do you think and where do you want Podkolzin to start? I think, and I want him to start on the third line. And if there's competition to move up to the second line, that means he's doing something well. And that's what I want to see. But my guess is it's going to be hard to move Hoglander out of that second line spot alongside Horvat and Garland. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Shout out to my hero members, and that would be nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, and Lucas Gates. And shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in the video description. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And don't forget, tomorrow night's live stream, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Pacific, is for members only. All right, friends, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, leave a comment if you'd like to, become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Put down below, where do you want and where do you think Podkolzin will start this season? The good news, Vasily Podkolzin and his new wife, Sasha, making their way from Russia to Vancouver in preparation for training camp that's starting only 2 weeks from now. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other and stay safe. God bless, and go Canucks go.